Greetings and welcome, spell slingers, to another episode of Let's Play Tactical Breach Wizards. When last we left off, we were trying to survive. We can leave whenever we want. It's always an option. But hey, we're here now. Let's do as much damage as we can. Who can I swap with that would really help those? You? I put the riot block here. I'll do that. Doesn't seem like the best option there. That was kill her. I'm a little low on mana to use. Modified sensor slam. One more turn. Wait for another one of these guys. I think we're desperately in need of anything. One action. Turn. Right, we've survived. We're leaving. Alright. So, an extra perk for Jen. What can I do? Yeah, that is kind of useful, I guess. I don't think I'll ever really use this. Getting an extra use of this is just generally good. This is very situational. I don't really necessarily want to chain through friendlies. That occasionally I do that, but that's not viable enough. You know, let's just get an extra grenade. That's always useful. There. People more unsteady is definitely useful. I should probably make the sedative cocktail better though. Go with lightheaded. Definitely want people to be more vulnerable to be getting tossed around. Alright. So what missions do we have? By the way, I did clean up anything I missed in the missions I had so far, but didn't take all that long. In the dreams, there's no new cats. Any new outfit? Ooh, we can. So what would be most useful for her? Now let's go with skilled. I think that one stands. Nice look for her. The apple of the closed fist. Last week. With the greatest respect, Chaplain, I think this is a gross overreaction. The uncertainty will blow over, it always does. If we commit to war with Badil now, we can't play that card for another 5 years. It's not about the rebel rousers, Virgo, it's about the mana. My singers in Liberty have seen the tests firsthand. The damn stuff is militarized. Not a theory, it's working. The world's supply sits beneath a country that's rightfully ours. Terran is right. We can't let faithless nations build armies of casters while we sit handcuffed to our principles. Not considering using it ourselves, I trust. Pantheon's edicts have been very clear. I'll tell you that what the Pantheon says when I've damn well written it. I won't be the chaplain who let Kalan's last chance of supremacy slip through our fingers. We move on the deal, I'll announce in Friday's sermon. Holy... Was that as bad as it sounds? So much worse than we dared hoped. We want something with a kick, we got nitroglycerin. The Badil stuff is what we wanted. I dreamed they openly admit they lie about the Pantheon. Am I gonna derail things if I ask for a primer on the Pantheon? You know we honor the dead here, right? Or an honor. We'd call it worship. The chapel claimed the high priest can hear them all, speaking as one. That's the Pantheon. There's a history to the real thing, but the chapel's version is just a free pass to claim everyone we've ever loved is asking us to do what they want. And now we have the head of a church and state outright admitting they make it up. This is effing checkmate. God, I hope Hesiod saw this before he was blown. I'd kill to go down knowing I got the bastards this good. We'd get the moderates fired up. All size. Probably not. Seriously? Now we hit the other brick wall we've been fighting. We can leak this on Freedom tonight, but only tech-savvy kids with jailbroken phones will see it. They're already with us. Chapel controls the legal internet and every TV station. Everywhere your centrist dad gets his information. We can't get through the chapel's base till we break down that wall. This is the megaton we drop when we do. Surely it will make ways outside of Kalan. It might make the news, but what good does it do us? What information is new here? Your countries already know the chapel is a surveillance state dictatorship with a mandatory religion enforced by police brutality. Has it moved any of them to action in the last 20 years? The Azar did impose sanctions, and the people of Han thank you for cutting us off. The chapel didn't want foreign goods reaching us anyway. It just means the only tech we have access to is made by the institution we're fighting. Fair point, I'll shut up. Once again. Not trying to shut you up. Just... I'm tired of being told that we have the world's most loyal support by nations that won't commit a single dollar of actual support. We're not even asking for troops. Shipped or free-met phones would have turned the tide Chalice Square 5 years ago. Is there a plan to get this out? I've heard rumors. There's a strike ready to go, just waiting on the payload worth the blood price. Could be bullshit though. I'm just a soldier, they don't tell me what I'm hitting next till it's time to hit it. I might spit it to foreigners like you. Sounds like a tomorrow problem. Yeah, I don't want something like that talking politics. Wins this big don't come around too often in fights like ours. An old military tradition from the 1600s. If your victory spared more blood than it cost, you drink the difference in glory. You drink the blood of the dead? No, it's the blood of the living, right? He gets it. Can't speak to the symbolism, but the blood math checks out. Come on. We got 3 cases of 1975 we liberated from a minister's cellar, and he would explode to know that foreigners and face traitors were the ones who got to drink it. To the few friends who joined the Pantheon today. We carry their voices, and their voices carry us. And to the many who didn't. Thanks to the foreigners with the dirty tricks and ridiculous hats. Ooh, we gotta do more map stuff. Let's start getting the Kalan situational. So we have the chapel. Chapel is both church and state in Kalan. It's not harmlessly enough, as you know, the chapel engaged in ethnic as early as the 50s. Also in Kalan's primary religion. Since most of Kalan's secular groups split off to form a deal in the 70s, has gained tighter and tighter control over Kalani's lives and freedoms. That's where Kalan. Fine, all you need to know is that we're fighting for the right to elect our own leaders, the right to worship any or no religion, publicly accountable justice system, the release of all surviving persons incarcerated without trial, or for classified as heresy. The chapel of the Rebel Island, not an actual location, obviously. Didn't realize how urgently we need a safe house when we got to Kalan, but thank God Dell took us in. We're in some disused maintenance tunnels beneath the old city. One of the many hideouts that the resistance used to plan ops against the chapel. And we have the deal. The deal declared independence from Kalan in the Skeptic Revolt of 1970. Since then, it's suffered repeated invasions from foreign powers looking to secure its natural resources, including the world's primary supply of the mineral used to make synthetic mana. These days, the DSR occupies Budil with a force almost entirely composed of contracted reactor troops, but now Reactor have gone rogue. Val, fact check please. The clan stuff is close enough. Ask Madeleine about the rest. Chapel leaders have often claimed Budil is still rightfully belongs to Clan, but the rest, this is the first time since the revolution it's come to outright war. So they are about to invade here. Have El Sabin, the rebel riot priest. Likes trucks, dogs, wine, welding, brutally strong chi. Dislikes, I've dedicated my life to cutting the regime that's choking my country. You're really asking what I dislike? Oh, put olives. Fuck olives. They like is salt good vomit. Hobby, sometimes I break into the parkside vehicle depot and jam defective tear gas grenades into their condensers. The next time they roll out to chase us, they'll choke on their own effing used to play hockey. There's an icon of the Kalani resistance. Every DSR news piece on it, he still uses a photo of us smashing into the wall of the riot priest at Chalice Square. What photo? Show me. We always assumed she was one of them who defected, but apparently she never was. She stole the armor from one she killed. But she's effing hardcore. She used to, I still fix skulls. Now she fixes and customizes her own armor. So she killed us at the hideout. How this recording fits in. Can also put her on the board. Our team. The Chapel of the Closed Fist. And Chapel of the Civil Tongue. And the recording. The Assistant Inc. managed to record the first chaplain telling his advisors they're only invading Budil to secure its mana mines, but they've been lying about the community with the dead to justify it. If enough people see this, it could make an actual difference to the chapel's stranglehold on Kalan. So, let's see. Fields, photos of chapel. Was made at the Chapel of the Closed Fist, but must be broadcast. And we have obtained the recording. All of which adds up to minor dust from the mines in South Medeal. The rarest ingredient in synthetic marijuana is beryllium calcite, and most of the world's supply comes from the mines in southern Medeal. The valuable resource in the mid-energy industry for decades, but now that there's whispers of reactor finding a military use for synthetic mana, the oil powers like the chapel are taking an even keener interest in controlling it. The mana mines beneath the central reserve. I guess this is the motive for the invasion. They have the military use for it. Alright. That seems like it's a good idea. But that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.